It says 10 p.m., but we not waiting to 10 p.m. We going 10 p now. All right. Make sure you log on to doggydiamondsnofilter.com. Doggydiamondsnofilter.com. The link is right below in the description box. On there, you could get some of the merch. The merch right now, all merch is 10% off. Everything is 10% off on doggydiamondsnofilter.com. 10% off on doggydiamondsnofilter.com. Also, for only $100, I'll promote your content on my Twitter, Facebook, Insta Stories, YouTube community, Threads, and doggydiamondsnofilter.com. Hit me up on Instagram at doggydiamonds for your promo. Serious inquiries only. Must be Cash App ready. If you want your content viewed in front of over 500,000 people combined, hey, I think you should hit me up for some promo. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to everybody tuning in. I am your host. Where my shades at? You know what? I don't got my cleaning cloth. I don't have my cleaning cloth. It's late. I know I should have been here earlier, but I've been doing 2 days in the gym, eating so clean and so healthy, and you know, man, doing doing such a good job on what I'm doing. Hey, Nisi, we love you too. Me and What's up, everybody? I go by the name of Doggy Diamonds. This is Doggy Diamonds TV. I'm him. I'm Doggy Diamonds. I gotta put my hat down because the lights is, a little crazy. But I'm Doggy Diamonds. I'm Doggy Diamonds, okay? I'm him. They say I'm cool. They say I'm the interview king. Some people call me a legend. Some people call me different things. I take whatever love I can get. I love the love, and I like to reciprocate the love. So, getting crazy out there. I just tweeted 2 days ago that everybody was dissing Drake album. I didn't know why. I'm going to be honest with you. And that last video I did about Drake, they ain't monetized that. I told y'all he was protected. I told y'all you can't really talk about him. You can't really speak about him. He is protected. You can't talk about Drake. Trust me. You say anything about Drake, they not monetizing you. He is protected. I'm telling you. And we're going to show why. Well, not why. We're going to show and prove how he's protected. So I said, why is everybody dissing Drake album? Now, me personally, when Drake album drops, I don't run and listen to it. I'm not one of them people like, Drake just dropped. I got to listen to it because I like some of his records, but I can't say that I'm a day one fan. I'm one of them. I get around to it, right? I'm one of them. I get around to it, like a lot of stuff. Like when albums just drop, some people be like, "Yo, it's a classic." And me, I like to just sit back. Some people, I respect their opinion on music, but I know I got to listen to things for myself because I listen to music with different ears. I listen as a producer. First thing I listen to is for dope beats. So I listen as a producer. Then I listen to it if I was purchasing it, which I have subscriptions to these these services. So I guess I'm paying for it. And then I listen to it as a critic. But a critic doesn't always mean criticizing in a bad way. Sometimes a critic means, yo, it's fire, So I listened to it, but the single, the 8 a.m. in Charlotte joint is just smoking to me. Like Rock Marciano, please rap on that. That's just your style. That's just Rock Marciano needs to rap on 8 a.m. in Charlotte. please bombard his mentions with that. Go to his Instagram and say, bro, give us a 16. That's all. Give us a 12. We good with that. So, but everybody was dissing Drake album. I know Drake fans. I know people who love Drake who was saying it was horrible. I know people who love Drake that was saying, yo, it's terrible. I seen that, right? So I'm like, damn, it must be bad. So I ain't rushing to, to listen to it. That's equivalent to, like, when people go in the bathroom and they say, don't go in there because it stink. What's the first thing people do? They go right in there and say, yeah, it do stink. I told you it stink. So I ain't one of them people that going to listen to it and people saying it stink, right? I got other stuff going on that I'd rather listen to. I listen to, I like that Rick Ross and Meek joint. But I'm not going to be the one to say Drake just came out and I got to listen to that Drake. Especially when I see a dude, he got rainbow barrettes in his hair. Although I like the song, I was just like, this nigga got rainbow barrettes in his hair? Well, he lost a bet or something like that? It was kind of confusing to me, right? Where's my drink? I don't got my BCAAs. They're all the way over there. If I take a break, I'm going to get my drink. But, so I didn't want to hear it. But I'm seeing all this criticism. I'm seeing all this critique. I'm seeing all these people saying, oh, it's horrible. It's horrible. So I'm like, damn, this is the first time I think I seen everybody universally saying it's corny on my timeline. My Facebook, women, I was like, I guess he ran to that well too many times. I guess he's he might have hit that wall with this. Although the first single was dope to me. So something about criticism from certain people bothers people. We already know the tumultuous past with him and Joe Budden, him and Charlamagne. And for some reason, he just don't like their criticism. Like, I guess many people could say something, but when them two say something, he just goes, he answers. And I wonder, what is that about? Like, what is it about them two? What about them two bothers him? So we got to go there. We got to go into it and just look at what he wrote on Academics Post. So Joe Budden, all right, let's be honest. Joe Budden criticism might have been a little harsh because he was criticizing Drake's character. All right. So I could understand why Drake could be a little tight because he was criticizing his character, saying, bro, you 37 years old. It's time for you to stop making these kiddie records. It's time for you to start rapping your age. Stop smashing young girls and all that, 25-year-olds and all that. I thought that it could be a little harsh. First of all, you don't tell no man what to do, right? You don't tell no man, as long as they not 18 and 17, and Joe Budden has a track record for doing his numbers, so you can't tell a man who to lay the good old pipe to, pause. You can't tell a man or where he shouldn't be doing that, right? So I can understand Drake's frustration and anger, but something about Joe Budden really irks him. Like, Joe Budden say something or Charlamagne, he just goes berserk. So this is on Academics Post. So he responded to Joe Budden, and this is what he said. Added him too. No subliminals. Added him. Joe Budden, you have failed at music. You left it behind to do what you're doing in this clip because this is what actually pays your bills. For any artist watching this, just remember you are watching a failure. Oh, man, that hurt. For any artist watching this, you're supposed to put a period right there too. Like, his punctuation's a little bad. For any artist watching this, period, just remember, For any artist watching this, comma, just remember, comma, you are watching a failure give their opinion on his idea of a recipe for success. A quitter give their opinion on how to achieve longevity. You switch careers because the things that you pop into your brain had you broke living check to check. Fam, yo, if you go, that ain't how we spell check out here. So I don't even know what that is. Good thing I know, because you just showed your Canadianism just now, fam. So you be trying to pop that Memphis, you be talking that Houston stuff. When you wrote check to check like that, shout out to all my people in Canada. You represent Canada, fam. And I know you be trying to sometimes say, yeah, you was in Memphis and all that. Nothing at all when you used to rhyme with that little southern drawl. Fam, that's Canadian. So you shouldn't have wrote check to check like that. Somebody should have said, nah, don't write check like that because they going to know. But shout out to all my Canadian people. You switch careers because the things that you pop into your brain had you broke living check to check. And the raps you write had 450 men showing up to your shows in dusty Anichi jeans to screw up their face to Mood Music 29 and pretend you are the GOAT. Please, to any artist that's doing what they feel is right, don't let these opinions affect your mindset after the fact. This guy is the poster child of frustration and surrendering. Surrendering? I wouldn't call him like how is that, like how you diss somebody, say you surrender. Oh, anyway, you retired and we never hung up your jersey. We don't even remember your number. We know you for doing this. You withdrew from rap, not because you accomplished all you need to. Damn, it's hard to read when people grammar is off. You withdrew from rap, not because you accomplished all you need to. It's because it wasn't working for you. I never want anybody in this generation to think that the whole everybody is entitled to your opinion thing is a real thing. This is a man projecting his own self-hate. And the fact I did and continue to do everything he wanted to do for himself. If you need it, put it in simpler terms. I own a 767. I don't know why I said 30. 767. He owns a modest house in the 973 and flies first class on special occasions. Yeah. Joe Budden actually responded to this and told a nigga to grow up. What do you think about that? See, this is my thoughts on that. And I'm gonna come back right now. This is my thoughts. I can't really agree with that, because I can't say Joe Budden is a failure. Like how is Joe Budden a failure? Like I can't say he's a failure. Like, like I just tweeted, I personally been to venues where I saw Joe Budden sell out the venue. And, for the most part, say you do have 450 people. 450 people times $30 a ticket times getting some of the bar, that's good money. Like I can't knock that. I can't say that that's not good money. Everybody didn't get the building thrown behind them. Everybody didn't get all this walkthroughs and all of this. And one thing I will say, and we're not going to front, Joe Budden writes his raps. So even if they trash, at least he wrote it. Of course you're going to be a mega star when you got writers and producers and you down with this label, down with that label, down with that label, this, that, and the third. Of course you're going to have all that, right? And one thing we not going to front, Joe Budden could rap. I don't, I have my reservations about Joe Budden because he do be saying some crazy shit sometimes, but it's his opinion. Joe Budden could rap. We not going to act like Joe Budden couldn't rap. We not going to do that because you don't get multiple deals, and you don't rap with the so-called elite rappers if you can't rap, right? So who are the elite rappers in the culture to us? People consider Royce the 5'9" to be elite. They consider Crooked I to be elite. They consider Joel's to be elite. And Joe Budden was in that. So how could he not be a good rapper if he was amongst elite lyricists? 4 guys that considered to be crazy with that pen. So we can't act like he can't rap, right? Did he have a career that... Who has a career like Drake? So nobody... Drake can say that about anybody besides Wayne and Jay-Z and certain people, but it's tears to this. It's tears to this. And I'm not jacking that Joe Budden is a failure. I'm not because I can't take that, because some of that mood music was just so fire to me. And yo, he could rap. And my favorite song from him wasn't even Pump It Up. I love Focus. Love that record. You know what I'm saying? I love Focus. And he had solo projects. He took the mood music, which were mixtapes, and made them albums. So I'm not jacking that he's a failed rapper. I'm not jacking that. I'm not jacking that he's a failed rapper, and I don't think nobody should call him a failure. And you walked away, because for the most part, Joe Budden could have stayed rapping if he wanted to. He had a fan base. You know what I'm saying? He had a fan base that wanted to hear his raps. And whether he was mainstream or underground, what you're doing, what Drake is doing, he's disrespecting all the underground dudes who might have 450 dudes is screw facing at a show. What you think Griselda got? What do you think some of our other lyricists and dope MCs got? They got a show with 450 dudes in there with screw faces. That is how the culture started. That's what the culture is built off of. Dudes with screw faces in the club bopping their head. We not going to be in there doing all these dances and all that with you, fam. We not doing that. We not doing that. We not, you up there with barrettes. We not doing that with you. So I think that was a little, like I said, Joe Budden was a little harsh in his criticism, but Drake could have criticized him another way besides calling him a failed rapper, because you don't get multiple record deals if you're a failure. A failure is a person who never got a deal, who never toured, who never did videos, who never did any venues, who never did any collaborations. That's a failure. Joe Budden got too much product as far as music to be called a failure. Now, I think the fact that he was on Love and Hip Hop and a lot of his discrepancies as far as his personal relationships with women made us forget that when he go in that booth, I'm not even going to front. Joe Budden is nice. I ain't going to front on him. I'm not going to front on him. He's so nice that he didn't want to rap no more. And 2 elite MCs, shout out to Crooked I and shout out to Joel Ortiz, they wanted him to rap. He didn't even want to rap. Well, he didn't even want to be with Eminem no more. He chose his option. He chose his path. So you got a right to do that. Most rappers don't retire, they get retired. Most rappers don't retire, they get retired. And let's not forget, Drake, when Joe Budden was outside and we was calling you out, you ain't want no smoke. Because Joe Budden was writing. He was going at you in the booth, 2-3 records, and you didn't want no smoke. So that was your opportunity when he was rapping to give him some bars. You didn't want to do that. See, I don't respect Instagram posts. I don't respect rappers not rapping. I don't respect Instagram posts. I don't respect vlogs. I don't respect, but I just feel like I don't respect lives. I don't respect none of that. You rap. Go at him. When he was rapping, when Joe Budden was dropping that fire at you, you ain't want no smoke. You didn't respond to nothing. You waited for him to retire, and now you want to say he's a failed rapper, but he got some records going at you. He got a few records going at you. And when you could have responded, you didn't. So if Joe Budden was a nobody and a failure, why you responding to a failure and a nobody? So you're just really in your feelings because, yo, fam, maybe this project is bad. Maybe people don't like this project. And you probably saying, you know, you're going to take off for health reasons and you know, you got issues. You probably going to get another BBL, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of y'all dudes did that. We can't even front. A lot of y'all dudes got the manufactured 6-packs. You know, y'all just got to keep it real. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all got it. You know what I'm saying? And I, allegedly, you know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all allegedly got manufactured 6-packs. Anyway, so you up, you got bread. And then, you know what's funny? I think it's kind of corny when somebody attacks somebody talking about money, right? Everybody don't want to live how you live. Like, you know, we're not, some of us is not, you know, a part of different communities. You know, some of us don't have 15 logos on our projects. So it's gonna get pushed through because when everybody eat, you became a cash cow for people. So you're gonna get pushed through. We know that some of that music been dwelling with mediocrity. You haven't pushed the bar. You haven't did anything that we was like, oh, wow. You know, it's been the same formula for you. And the formula has been working. That's why you've been doing the same formula. But people get tired, right? People get tired. And people could say, yo, I don't like it. You can't get mad. You can't get mad. Listen, you successful. You own a 767. I wish I had one of them horns to blow or something like that. Pause. You know what I'm saying? I wish I had. So what? You own a plane. You can own a plane and still make a whack ass album. You know, when you say somebody's living check to check, I think you dislike 87% of America. Who ain't living check to check? I mean, sometimes you have to do your due diligence and realize a lot of people don't have savings. Times is hard. A lot of people living check to check. A lot of people ain't up. A lot of people don't got bread like that. So, you know, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. So when you're saying you live in check to check, a lot of people live in check to check. A lot of people are punching the clock. A lot of people go to work. They get paid every 2 weeks. So it's like, I don't understand why he was so goddamn emotional. Like, you wrote a long ass post. You showed your Canadian grammar. You misspell words that's not even in you know, American English, you know. I would hate for you to have spelled behavior or something like that. It probably had U's and all types of stuff and you know in there. You know, so I just think it's corny for our comeback for somebody that's critiquing what we do to say somebody's living check to check. Now, it's a little different if somebody says to you, yo, blah, 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 you a bum. Then you could say, how am I a bum? You a bum, you living check to check. Because, you know, sometimes I get people who, you know, they want to, some people critique is always, oh, you broke or you broke. But I ain't on here begging for cash apps or nothing like that. If people give me something, they give me something. I live comfortably from my craft. So everybody's not meant to live in a 40-room mansion. Everybody's not meant to try to sleep with everybody girl. Everybody's not meant to live this certain type of life. Drake, respectfully, you were manufactured, bro. We gotta keep it real. And that don't mean you're not a good artist. That don't mean you never made incredible records. That don't mean that you don't deserve your position, but you were manufactured. You came in a culture on the back of individuals who was already up. What struggle did you have? You ain't have to shop no demos. You didn't have to do a lot of shit that other people had to do. You got pushed through. And this is a fact. And good job. But you can't say somebody's a failure. A failure is Joe Budden is in Jersey somewhere, never dropping an album. I mean, I could say I can't call Joe Budden a failure when he probably overcame substance abuse. You know, he probably overcame substance abuse. Joe Budden had a lot of problems. And again, you know, we all got growing to do. But we gonna criticize art. Art is there to be criticized. Again, I give y'all the analogy all the time. I don't like mayo. I don't like chicken legs. Listen, you cooking out, you can invite me to a cookout. You could even fry some chicken. Don't give me no chicken leg. But you can't say to me, yo, why you hating on chicken legs? I'm not hating on chicken legs. It's called preference. And Joe Budden used to big up Drake crazy. See, this is the thing. Neutron, thank you for supporting my independent voice. This is the thing. When you support somebody, what do they say? You on a dick. But then when you criticize it, you a hater. So where's the medium? Where is the just giving your opinion or good or bad? I don't like when people say something's a classic in one day. I don't like that. I don't like when like, yo, it's a classic. I don't like that, because classic means something that we're playing 10, 20 years from now and still get the same feeling. So I don't like that. But fam, Drake, I don't know if it's the barrettes, but you wrote that like you folded your arms after that shit. You wrote that like you was like, You wrote that like you folded your arms after that. You wrote that shit like you leave me alone. You wrote that like you was just like, leave me. That's all I read from it. I'd rather you go right now and smoke Joe Budden. Give him some bars. I'd rather that. I'd rather you just go give Joe Budden some bars. I don't want you to be all emotional and mad and all that stuff. That's anyway. So let's go back to Twitter if we must, because this was Joe Budden's response. You'll grow up sooner or later. Father Time is undefeated. I get it, Joe Budden, but nigga ain't playing basketball, nigga rapping, man. So, you know, again, some people live their second childhood. Drake just looked like a kid who was a privileged kid, so he's able to do stuff that he was never able to do. You know, he's from a famous musical family. His uncle was famous, you know, successful artist. So when you look up who his uncle is, then you'd be like, oh, but this was the other part of this that I wanted to go into. Birdman. Birdman says, respect. Now, Birdman, like, you know, when I get 52, 53 years old, you know, shit, my mentality changed now from when I was 42, 32, 22, 12. You know, I would be doing myself and my family a disservice to not have grown. And we're seeing men that's over 50 carry themselves a certain way. And then we wonder why the youth act a certain way, you know? And so it's like, and this is how the responses is, and this would have been cool in the bling bling days. This would have been cool, Cash Money taking over for the 9-9. But when do we elevate and graduate to a level? And we still gonna always have our street edge, but when do we elevate and graduate to a level where somebody can say what they have to say without you resorting to being a nigga? Like, don't nice thing. All right, let me ask you something. So having nice things, having nice cars, nice women, nice homes, nice jewelry, eating nice food, not wanting for nothing, that doesn't make you happy? Do you still want to lurk with the people who didn't make it? Because it seems like when a lot of individuals get money, it seems like when a lot of individuals get bread, they can't wait to show and prove how much of a street person they are. Why does that even matter now? So he also went at Joe Budden. He at replying. This is from his account. Joe Budden, calm down, brother. You not built for this gangster shit. Nothing about Joe Budden reads gangster. Nothing about what Joe Budden said reads gangster and has that warrants that response. That warrants you not built for this real gangster shit. That nothing that Joe Budden said warrants that response to me. So again, Joe Budden is a person that's not liked. So you're going to have people who's going to be in the comments and the mention because it becomes a popularity thing. Who do I like least in this situation? Oh, I like Joe Budden the least. So I'm going to side with Drake. But y'all were the people saying this album was corny. Y'all the people who say Birdman need to grow up. Y'all the people who say that, but you see, for once, we side with Birdman. How do you side with Birdman with saying, Joe Budden, calm down, brother. You not built for this real gangster shit? Champagne Poppy, he put the GOAT, Cash Money official. So are you saying gangster shit, meaning the music is gangster? Because we can't be saying Drake music is gangster. We not saying that. We definitely not saying the music is gangster. Because ain't nothing gangster about that shit. And, what's gangster about that shit? You know what I'm saying? What is saying, oh, you not built for this gangster shit? Like, so y'all see Joe Budden and do something to him? Like I'm confused. Like he deserves bodily harm. He deserves to get fucked up because he doesn't like an album. I think, I don't know. I think that's fucking disgusting. I'm just be honest. I think it's disgusting. And that's why I was saying Drake is protected, because when anybody does anything to Drake, you just see all these individuals just come out the woodworks. But you have a song called Virginia Beach, and we didn't get no Pusha T bars. So Drake throws a lot of subliminals, a lot of jabs, and then the minute somebody says something to him, here comes everybody caping. Why you made a song called Virginia Beach? So if you don't like a record, you deserve to get fucked up. You deserve to get jumped. Your gangster get tested. Like what are we doing? We got Britney Spears dancing in her drawers with knives, looking like complete CGI. You know what I'm saying? Like, seriously, I don't even know if that's Britney Spears. Nobody's even concerned about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you let your man go out there with rainbow barrettes on. Why not say, yo, Walter, I don't know about them rainbow barrettes in your hair, Walter. That got us looking a little sus. We're going to respond to what we see. If you don't want us to respond, don't let us see it. Is what I'm saying. So we're supposed to look at your painted nails. You had your hair parted. You had your scalp greased. And you had like a doobie things in your hair. It was rainbow. What the fuck you want us to do? But I tell you to play. This is my play. This is what I think is the play. I think the play is Bad Bunny walking that line or that Mercurio audience. Drake want that audience. Because Bad Bunny is the number one artist. Drake want that audience. So he been playing the line of the Mercurio. I'm telling you, that's what I think. That's my opinion. That's my analysis. I think Drake want that Mercurio audience. So he's tinkering the fence, playing with, damn, I guess I can't even say none of that shit. Tinkering the fence. Tinker don't sound right. Playing with, man, he walking a fine line. So Bad Bunny kissing up on niggas and shit. Doing all types of Mercurio shit. Right? Drake want that number one spot. So he's walking the line of the Mercurio. Tell me I'm wrong. That's what he doing. He want Bad Bunny spot. That's what it is. So he's doing all of that stuff that we're saying, yo, what the hell is he doing? But they're saying, oh, he got on our colors. He want that soy audience. He want that soy milk. Damn, pause. I don't like that. Yeah. So again, so Drake has, Bad Bunny got the Mercurio, and he has the Latin audience. And he ain't catch the nigga. And they're still faint. So it's a lot of it's a lot going on. That was what they're doing. Drake is a cash cow. Drake he makes a lot of people a lot of money. He makes a lot of people a lot of money. And for the most part, to me personally, he doesn't move the pulse of the culture for me. When Drake drops, the culture doesn't stop to me. It not to me. I'm not like, yo, I gotta hear that new Drake. Not me. It's certain people that drop and you be like, because many people are saying they feel like Drake is trolling with this album. And then the name of this shit is For Dogs, and it's like look like the Blair Witch fucking logo or some shit. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But Birdman gotta chill. Like could they let this nigga fight his own battles for once? Could they let him? Could they let him like just deal with his own smoke? Like, why they gotta hug him every time? Drake look like the type that he gotta be consoled, and he gonna let out that ugly cry. And you know that cry that kids when they cry hard and they be like, he look like he gonna do that. Like, yo, there's a lot of albums I don't like. He couldn't have survived the 90s then. You had dudes going on other albums shitting on people. Nigga bit over 9 shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas used to really, like, come on, man. Listen, I'm so grateful to be alive, healthy, somewhat sane, good mental health. Like, damn, man, I would hate to be a fucking spoiled billionaire. I would hate to live a certain way. And because that's a sign of unhappiness, though. Because it's like, at the end of the day, Joe Budden say something, he don't like make people not like you. Like, Joe Budden don't have word like that. Charlamagne, like, shit is just weird. It's just weird. Like, his whole, because this is the thing too. Drake could play, he played tough sometimes too. So let him be tough. Let him stand on his own too. Because he be popping big shit on some of them raps though. He be like, yo, my niggas is locked up. He like started from the bottom. I'm like, how you started from the bottom? The nigga was on Degrassi. Like, do you want to know what the bottom is, fam? Pause. He can't even say the bottom when talking about some of these niggas. But fam, you want to know what it's like to be poor? Do you know what it's like to not have? Some of these guys don't know what that's like, but they want to be, they want to be broke in mentality. And I hate when niggas be saying mentality too. Anybody who say mentality is illiterate. They want to have a broke mentality because of the behaviors that comes with being broke. But they want to be rich, right? Poverty makes you act out. Poverty, being in certain conditions make you be a certain way. Being in certain conditions, hunger for one, having roaches crawl around your house, your uncle stealing, and different conditions make you be a certain way. These motherfuckers got bread, but they want to be on the block so bad. Like they just, shit, I've been on the block my whole life. I don't even want to be on the block. I don't even want to be on, dudes be like, yo, you popping out? I'm like, hell no. I don't want to do that no more. Like, some of these dudes have never been thrown on the floor by police and had police, frisk you and put guns in your face. And I don't want to, listen, I don't miss that shit. I don't miss, because I remember cops walking up, what are you boys doing out here? I'm like, yo, did they just call us boys? I don't miss running from police. I don't miss being worried about the op and the cops. I don't miss that shit. So if you ever did that shit before, you automatically like, yo, nah, I don't want to do that shit. I don't ever even want to be around that shit. I don't crave to be that shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't crave to be that shit. And these dudes wait till they billionaires to be hard. How you a billionaire and got all this bread and then you just get a bop? Nigga, your face was shaved when you came out. You ain't have a whisker. Yo, street cred is the dumbest shit. It's the worst credit you could have. It's street credit because you can't buy nothing with it. You cannot walk in the dealership. And they know this. They know that. But they want to pander to us because they want to act like, remember he was like, I don't even know how many niggas I'ma lose this shit. Oh, I'm like, you losing niggas? Like, you still got niggas in the street? And you a billionaire? That's kind of ass backwards. But he makes music for people like his music. If you a fan, be a fan. Salute. I don't, Drake, I could put together 20. What's your name? Joe May. Yo, goddamn, you got Drake dick in your mouth, fam. No pause on that. You've been typing like you laying next to that nigga in the bed. You proud of yourself to be a grown ass man and typing like that? You proud of yourself? I'm not saying diss him. I'm not saying don't say you like him, but the way you typing, fam, yo, you sure to be ashamed of yourself. Seriously. You ain't got no, you can't have no woman. You can't possibly have no woman. Your girl watch you type about another man like that? Nah, fam. Nah. I don't give a fuck. You're 29. You're a grown man. You don't get no box? You want to brush his beard? Drake is the GOAT of my generation. So you look up to a rapper? You don't got no heroes besides a rapper? Your generation is fucked then. They ain't even got to monetize this now. This generation is fucked. Drake is your GOAT? You don't have nobody you look up to. You don't got Mr. Williams from the neighborhood. You don't got a principal, a teacher, a guidance counselor, a football coach. You talking about Drake is the GOAT of your generation? Y'all fucked. Y'all in trouble. And don't speak for your generation, because I know some 29-year-old young men and young women that. So he the GOAT of your generation, so you got his dong in your mouth just because you think he the GOAT? Say you like him. Say you like his music, but you, goodness gracious. You know too much about him too, though. Like, you don't get no box. All right, let me leave you alone. Just let you just sit there. You probably got long johns on with doodle stains up your back. You probably wear your long johns for underwear. You probably don't even wear no motherfucking boxers. You put your boxers on backwards. You wear long johns, them itchy shits too. That nigga said, yo, I can't even say that anybody is the GOAT of my generation. Like, man, I look up to elders. Like, a rapper? A rapper? Nah, 29 ain't no baby, man. That's what's coming, pause, behind us. We gotta set them straight, because they looking up to rappers. They not even looking up to tangible people that teach them something, could show them something. They'll have more respect for Drake than he would his own teacher, than his own professor. He'll have more respect for Drake. He'll put barrettes in his hair. And you got men out here in these communities dealing with these babies and dealing with football and baseball and soccer and all that. You're probably not even in America. I bet you're not in America. I bet you're not even in America. Oh, now it's not that deep. Versus, I'm only 29. Nigga, you old. You're a grown-ass man. But I bet you face. No, you probably got a beard now because Drake got. I bet you shaved your face. You can't pause nothing, fam. You cannot pause nothing. You are Mercutio for the rest of the night. See, I knew it. I know he wasn't in America. I knew he wasn't in America. This motherfucker, yo, listen. In 1993, Onyx came out. Like, it was hardcore music. How was Drake the GOAT of your generation and you 29? If you were born in 93, fam, I'm a baby. See, nah. This is really getting very soy milk around here. I'm good. Drake is the GOAT of his generation, and the nigga is 29. He's 29. Drake is 37. He's 29. You old enough to remember Tupac, Biggie, Jay-Z, Nas. He said Drake is the GOAT of his generation, and he's 29. We got to put a stop to this. This is why this is important. This is why this is important. Because we got to put a stop to this. He might be infecting the minds of other dudes. Remember, we come from, yo, that sucker shit up. This is where we come from. Yo, what you playing? Now, if he was in our time, he would have been sitting there listening to Baby You Send Me Down. Nah. He'd have been listening to PM Dawn. And what do you think we would have did to him? Now, listening back, the PM Dawn shit was a little musical. But not where we from, fam. We ain't from no Delta. You send me out. I was almost not feeling Arrested Development a little bit, but they had some dope records. But at first I was like, yo, man, what is this shit? We wasn't playing that. This nigga would have been like, honey, you send me he had barrettes too. He would have been one of them, you dollar, you send me that nigga 29. Talk about he's the GOAT of our generation. 93, Onyx was out. You never heard of Mobb Deep? You never heard of MOP? You talking about Drake? Damn. You out of your bloody mind. Goodness gracious. This nigga in here defending Drake with everything. You can't talk about them people anymore. You can't say Tupac, Biggie, Lupe, Tribe Called Quest, Mobb Deep. How you gonna say they don't make them like that anymore? And you talking about Drake is the GOAT. So Drake make music like any of them people that you name? Does Drake make people like any of them people you name? So if you just name those names, how is he the GOAT of anything? You might as well stick a quarter in your ass because you played yourself. Pause. Why would a 29-year-old listen to Onyx? Because Onyx was out. And is your name, you guys stupid. Your name is KY, so you greasy as a motherfucker. Your name KY? You're getting spooky in my chat tonight. This nigga named KY. Why would a 29-year-old listen to Onyx? When did Last Days come out? He wasn't 2 when it came out. Nigga named KY. We know what you into. We know what you about. Your name say it all. KY, KY. You said it twice. KY, KY. If you didn't get it right the first time, my name is KY. What's your name? KY? Anybody gonna look at you like, fuck your name KY for? KY, you KY 101. You know, anything 101 is like a lesson. It's like, you know, brushing your beard 101. You know, anything. So he's KY 101. Anything with 101 is teaching you something. This is within my chat tonight. I say something about Drake, and then here we go. So you don't know who DMX is? Let's not say Onyx. You know DMX? Good Lord, KY 101. Know what you teach? Y'all niggas is weird. KY. You are very, let's just say this. Your name is KY. Let's just say you're very experimental. You are out of your fucking mind. Fam. First of all, you quoted DMX and then you're going to say, y'all gonna make, you know that's like our least favorite song, right? If you had to set slipping, if you had to set a bar from slipping from DMX, if you had to said, get at me, dog. If you had to said any of that, we would have known you know who DMX is. You talking about them compilation joints that they used to put out. Y'all gonna make me lose my mind. You know we didn't fuck with that, right? You do know that, right? You do know that. We didn't fuck with that DMX shit. It was dope. Yeah, say stop being greedy. Facts. 24 hours to live or something. This nigga said, y'all gonna make... He probably... Goodness gracious. Hit that like button too, man. Super chat is open. My Cash App is paid. Fuck it, let's get up here. Oh, and memberships. I lowered the memberships too. Be a member of the channel. It's only $2.99. I got exclusive content. What I'm going to do is all the videos that I'm dropping, all the interviews that I have in the stash, I'm putting them out, but they're going to be available for the members first in its full entirety. And then, you know, everybody else get the clips, but the members get the first watches first. And I have some good stuff. Anything. Listen, King Cantona just said anything that DMX did is better than Drake. Felicia of the Beat, you could have said that, fam. At least you could have said some chicks. You could say, "My gonna make me lose my mind." I never said I don't like the nigga. You on the stream talking about a nigga you don't like. I'm sure you'll be here for a couple of hours talking about Drake. And yeah, your bitch has to be watching me too. So what does that make you? And I'm not going to be here for a couple hours. You do know that I do this nightly, right? But I decided to talk about you. Your name is KYKY. AKA this nigga name is 101. Phonetically, how do you sound that out? Can't no nigga named talk to me crazy. Sekmac Herbs, thank you for becoming a member. Motherfucker good. You be here for hours. You watching me. You knew that we was going to talk about Drake. You seen the title, so you decided to mosey your ass up in here, pause, and try to criticize me. I got Drake shit I like. My favorite Drake song is Fear. I love Fear. Because I love DJ Khalil's production, and I like that beat. I even like Lord Knows. I love all of that. But your name is KY Jelly, and you in here. You the teacher of KY 101. You know, it's like anything 101. 101 means that you're teaching something. So you're teaching about KY? Niggas a fucking whole cough in here talking crazy. Fucking I don't know why y'all fuck with me. You know what? Matter of fact, let me show you something, man, because I was supposed to have did this. Wow, I ironed out a whole outfit for this live. Goodness gracious. Listen, man. Like who you like. Respect who you respect. Listen to who you listen to. But fam, when you sit there and you got it, when you listening to Drake in the shower, fam, you in the shower singing and dancing to Drake, that's a different type of like. That's a different type of like. Thank you for support my independent voice. These niggas listen to Drake in the shower. These niggas got speakers that are waterproof. In the shower. Listening to Drake. You gotta be a weird dude in the shower talking about, you know what my hotline bling? Y'all them lip gloss ass niggas. Y'all them barrettes in your hair ass niggas. Y'all niggas wear suspenders. Straight like that. Yeah, they got posters of Drake. Listen. Drake is not the GOAT of this generation. What are you talking about? How is Drake the GOAT? We're based off of numbers? You do know. We heard reference vocals that Drake rapped as somebody else shit. You do know that, right? You do know that, right? So how could he be the GOAT that didn't write several rhymes that we heard the raps? What are you talking about? So you're trying to make fun of yourself, trying to use the Eminem 8 Mile, but all you really doing is jumping out the closet like a Resident Evil zombie, and that's fine. You got posters of Drake in your shower. You probably do. I'm done with you for the night. I'm not going to talk to you anymore. You know, yo, we're not talking. Nobody is our GOAT, man. We love music. If you're gonna say GOAT, if you're not saying anything Nas related or Jay-Z, there is the Drake numbers, yeah. But again, he don't write, and he's manufactured. He's an industry plant. Y'all remember that one award show when Wayne came out and he kicked Drake whole rhyme? Y'all remember that award show? And you got people like NBA Youngboy and them doing some crazy numbers. Kendrick Lamar. He ain't the GOAT of what? All right, let me move on. So Jay-Z was old and dusted post 2010. Okay, now it's time for you to sit down somewhere. I know y'all don't like Jay-Z, so when you say Jay-Z, here y'all go. But again, when Jay-Z raps and he drops a freestyle, the whole industry stops. When Nas drops, the whole industry stops. This is a fact. How could Jay-Z be post? Nigga, you 29. You 29. You shouldn't. Thank you. See, look. Shay Rose said, you too young to even be in these conversations. You can't talk hip hop no more. Drake rap like he got like mothballs in his crib or something like that. Like he rap like, you know, he sleep with a blankie or something like that. You know, like he rap like he sleep with a blankie. Like anyway. Okay, so this is what I want from Joe Budden. This is what I want from Joe Budden. Joe Budden. I want to say this too. I don't like the word pod. I don't like pod. Something about pod is it's a little McCurdio too. So when people be like, yeah, I did the pod, I was on the pod. I don't like pod. I don't like pod. I will never call my podcast a pod. There's something about that shit. And when you start, I was about to get deep with pod, but anyway, I'm not gonna do that. Joe Budden you still got it in you, and I know you got some bars somewhere, fam. You have to You gotta just drop something. You got to. Joe Budden. I know you probably see because everybody misses it, but nah. You gotta go back. You gotta go back in the booth. You gotta go back in the booth one more time. Yeah, I like podcasts. I'm not calling my podcast a pod. Yeah. What y'all doing? Yeah, I'm about to go record my pod. I got hair on my chest. I ain't no nigga who say pod. I'm just saying. I don't shave my legs. So I ain't talking no fucking pod shit. But Joe Budden, you got it. You got it in you to go back in and not even to you could listen. I just want to hear what he gonna do. I just want to hear what he gonna do. Joe Budden, a lot of them diss records when he was dissing people, he won against Saigon. Him and Ransom, my bro, an incredible rapper, he was going ball for ball with Ransom. When Jay-Z stole Pump It Up, he went right back on Pump It Up. Joe Budden ain't no slouch in that booth. He ain't no slouch in that booth. You know what I'm saying? So again, we can't criticism is criticism. And I don't the only issue with Joe Budden criticism is that he might have made it personal. Joe Budden, even the this is with Game, like Joe Budden he wasn't rapping against no slouches either. He had beef with G Unit, him and Lloyd Banks. Like Joe Budden held his own against some people. He held his own against some people that are respected. Has Drake done that? Think about it. Joe Budden held his own against some people that can rap. Has Drake done that? I think we can end it right there. Joe Budden held his own. And although some of his takes are a little crazy, but Joe Budden held his own against some GOAT rappers. Name them. Drake ain't do that. I'm not even gonna say nothing to you because you see this is what I don't like too, right? Respectfully, I respect any content creator. But don't come here trying to goat me. I mean, like go with me into a back and forth so you could go on your channel and think you dissing me or some shit like that. Cause y'all niggas, listen, man. Let me explain something to y'all little niggas too. With y'all little channels and shit like that. You know who the fuck I am? Do you know what the fuck I really did for this culture and really did in this culture? So I be modest and humble, chilling and having fun and shit. But a lot of y'all, do you know who the fuck I am? Seriously. Don't let some of that shit you see fool you into getting your little feelings hurt. Because any given time, I could really, really push certain buttons. But I don't be studying y'all bum ass niggas a lot. And when I say bum, I'm not talking about any finances. A lot of y'all niggas got bum ass mentalities. Your camera work is shabby. Your fucking face is stupid. Your mustache is dumb. So calm the fuck down. Don't come in here being disrespectful to me and you got your little channel. I done did more shit in 10 years ago than you will ever do. So calm the fuck down. Be respectful. Because I'm not here to disrespect nobody. I'm not here to be on no bullshit. But every podcaster I interviewed before they was podcasting. And you name them. You name them. When they had rap dreams, I was interviewing them. So calm down. Don't come here trying to poke your little bum ass chest out. Because remind you, I got four. See, people be talking about these numbers. I got 4 of them with over 100K. Matter of fact, remind me to get my other plaques too. Remind me to get my other plaques too. Because I got to show off 2-3 plaques. Look at this dickhead. You are Hassan Campbell's prodigy. Get him the fuck up out of here. Just get him out of here. See, the unlearned. The unlearned. And I be chilling. You know what I'm saying? I be chilling. I'm not in it for that. I'm here to have fun. I could joke. I could be serious. I could teach. I could do many different things. But to be a lot of cap, and y'all think because YouTube gives some of y'all a fucking mouth, you could run it. But if we was outside somewhere, I guaranteed I put blood in it. I guarantee it. Guarantee. Because y'all be disrespectful. Now, I'm not for everybody, right? I'm not for you. You know, you don't have to like me. That's not a big deal. I don't even give a fuck. You understand what I'm saying? I don't even care whether you like me or not. You know what I'm saying? Whether you lit, it ain't about whether you like me or not. But I put in too much work. I put in too much work to be letting these fucking peons talk to me a certain way. And I be chilling. I just be ignoring that shit. I just care about content. That's all I care about. I care about content, my health, my motherfucking skin shining. I ain't got no Jerry curls or the receded hairline. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I lost over 100 pounds. Listen, man. We live life. You know what I'm saying? We live life. And we really deal with mental health. For real, for real. Living testament of it. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the lady in Walmart that I saw yesterday. You know, I went in Walmart yesterday and I spoke to this elderly woman probably for like 45 minutes. And she sounded really, really down. She was in the wheelchair. And she really felt down about her weight. And, you know, I just stood there with her for like 45 minutes just talking to her. And what you realize in life is that what you going through sometimes, a lot of people going through the same thing. You know, it's just some of us know how to mask it different. Some of us know how to navigate different. Some of us know how to pivot. And for the most part, she was just really telling me she didn't have nobody. You know, she suffered a lot of death and, you know, she got a lot of ailments. And what I was trying to do was just get her to change the language, right? Most people, when they get a certain age, two women I saw, and they'll say, I'm sick, right? And I always used to say, I say to people, you know, you're not sick. Sick people are in the hospital. Sick people are in the ICU. Sick people are hooked up to IVs and stuff like that. You have ailments that millions and billions of people live with. You could learn to live with whatever you're dealing with, whether you have pressure issues, whether you have sugar issues, whether you have, sciatica, whether you have carpal tunnel syndrome. No matter what or just sometimes you just don't feel right. You don't feel good about yourself. People go on. Just because somebody is smiling, just because somebody bought a car, just somebody living out, that don't mean that they don't have some of the ailments and problems you have. A lot of people are on medication. You just don't know it, right? So don't think that you are alone. A lot of things that you suffer from, millions of people suffer from. But smile, man. Smile. Don't get down on yourself. Get up. So I talked to her for a long time. And I told her, I said, listen, the next time I see you, I want to see you walking. Even if it's with your cane and I got to help you around this place. We going to do some steps. We going to walk. Because I'm going to walk you out of here. No, I said I'm going to roll you out of here. You know what I'm saying? And she laughed because it's like, you know, like to me, man, we so beat up that we just easily just get defeated. And man, I've been through so much shit that I'm a living testament. You know what I'm saying? Like for real, I'm a living testament. Like I refuse to be defeated, especially by these suckers. Like it's suckers who be trying to come for me. It's suckers that be trying to tell me what I ain't. It's suckers that always trying to down me. And I'm like, nigga, you know what the fuck I survived? What I survived, some people killed themselves for. What I survived is a lot of people ain't here. And I'm still here to smile. I'm still here to be happy. I can't wait till tomorrow. I can't wait to go to sleep, to wake up and just enjoy tomorrow. I can't wait to get off here. And you know, she was a pretty elderly woman. She just had a weight issue. And I told her, she said, so what do you do? Because I make jokes when I see people. I walk around, if you with me on the phone, I always make jokes. And I walk around brightening up everybody day. I see any baby, hey baby, you know, I talk to any baby. And when I see some of the elderly or some of the women, you know, I've always say something nice to them, because I would imagine my grandmother being out and about and walking around and somebody saying something to my grandmother, right? Or somebody, you know, wanting to protect my grandmother. So I feel like that's me when I'm out. That's just like my mission, to make everybody else happy. My happiness comes from seeing everybody else happy, right? So when she asked me, like, what do you eat and what do you know, and I said, you know, she had 2 things of cookies and cake in her cart. And I said, you know, this isn't gonna help. And she told me she was addicted to sugar. And I said, you know, sugar can be considered to be more addictive than cocaine. And she was like, I never heard that before. I said, no, it is, because look how you said you need sugar. And she went to tell me she lost her roommate and she lost her sister. And I said, you know what? I'm going to be honest with you. You know, I lost my aunt. I lost my older brother. I lost my older sister. I lost my mother when I was 2. My father is deceased. My paternal grandmother is deceased. My best friend got killed. All I know was death. But one thing that I always wanted to do was I always wanted to live. I always wanted to live for them. They instilled a lot in me. They told me a lot. I still could hear their voice. I still could hear some of the positive reinforcements that they gave me. I'm happy that some of them got to see me on TV before they passed. So that's what keep me going. And remember, I never reverted back to drinking. I never smoked. I never reverted to poor choices based off of trauma. I never reverted to poor choices based off of trauma. And I was just trying to give her something. I told her, I'm gonna see you again. I'm gonna see you again. And the next time I see you, you know, you're gonna be done lost some weight. And, you know, and again, like, imagine, you know, your grandmother just being out in the world with no support. So that's what I see when I'm out there. Like I say, when I go outside, I think all children are mine. I think all babies are mine. I think all the children are mine. When I see grandmas and elders, I think everybody's my grandmother. You know, it's been time where I've been out and about and it was pouring down rain and I'll give my umbrella up. You know what? I can get sick because my body is young enough to fight it. One cold, one flu, one thing happened to you. You know, we don't know what's going to happen. I could fight. You know what I'm saying? I'm young. Immune system is doing great. You know, I exercise, I eat right. But you get wet out here. We don't know what's going to happen to you. So you take my umbrella. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, that's what it's really all about. You know, it's the gift that keeps giving, because I look at my life as I'm like, yo, man, sometimes I be like, oh, shit. Like, oh, shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit, like, hip-hop is secondary to real life. You know what I'm saying? Hip-hop is something that we do, something we listen to, but it's not my life. It's not life, you know? So, you know, yeah, when I'm out, I cannot pass a baby. I don't care if they're a little white baby, little Chinese baby. A baby's a baby. You know what I'm saying? And when I see babies, and something about, my cousin said to me, he said, yo, when babies see you, something about you, babies be like walking up to me, want me to pick them up. and they be they be trying to come to me and all that stuff, and they laugh and all that stuff, and I'm like, despite what people think about me or think they know me, because you don't know me, you know me online. Babies can read people. Animals can read people. Babies, if you mean-spirited, a baby's so in touch with the spirit and the universe because they just came out of the universe of a womb. They know when you a fuck nigga. And babies don't be scared of me. Babies be like, they be always trying to come to me. I remember this little boy was mad funny because I'm like, I play peekaboo and all that stuff with them. And, we got more stuff to be happy for than we have to be sad about. Sadness is a mind state. Sadness is temporary. It shouldn't be long term. And it becomes long term because sometimes we sort our trauma. We sort things that we know is going to trigger us. See, I'm trigger free. I don't fuck with shit that's going to trigger me. I'll unfollow you, block you, unanswer your call, undo things because I know what it's like to be triggered and I can't reach out and fucking strangle your neck. You know what I'm saying? So I just be like, yo, I just walk around and people say, yo, you could say anything to anybody and people just respond to you. But I'm telling you, energy don't lie. Energy don't lie. Energy, you can speak to anybody and make them smile. You know what I'm saying? You can make anybody smile. You can make anybody happy. And the deal is, you supposed to walk around trying to make people's day better. It's times you could be going around and, an individual could be contemplating on taking their life. And you might have said something to them that gave them life. So you walking around and you so standoffish, you never know what somebody's going through. So just like you could be having a bad day, somebody could have been having a bad month, a bad year. Some people might have lost everything. If you're able to live somewhere, sleep somewhere, eat, food, clothing, and shelter, then just be grateful and be happy. And then know what you got to do to make your situation better, but not in comparison to others. Not in comparison to what this person have or what this person have. You know what I'm saying? Do what you need to do for you and yours. So that's why I'm not triggered. I see shit and somebody say to me, man, you supposed to have all these subscribers. Man, you supposed to be with Vlad. Am I? I don't know. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm here because I get to speak to y'all. Maybe I'm here because look at the level of people that I attract. It's not a bunch of superficial numbers. It's real people. I get to speak to real people who pay attention, who follow me. I get to talk to them. I get to build relationships with people. But if I have 5 million people, how could I build a relationship with 5 million people? It might be tough. I might neglect some people. It might be some people who need me. So, everything, the journey is everything. Because once you get to the top of the mountain, now what? So sometimes the journey makes it all fun. The journey is what you live for, and then again, man, all of y'all that's watching me right now that can hear my voice, we all going through shit. You ain't alone. We all going through something. Many people might have financial problems right now. Many people might have shelter problems. Many people might have to find a place to stay. A lot of people might be going through it right now, but you are not alone. You might have had a bad diagnosis. You might think something is wrong with you. Listen, it's millions of people like you, and you sometimes get put in situations because you can handle it. I used to say it when I was little. I used to say, yo, why me? Why me? And then I started saying, why not me? I'm fucking tough. You know what I'm saying? I'm built for this shit. My mentality, my mental strength is incredible. Do I have bad days? Yeah. Do I have down days? Yeah. But I know what can make me snap out of it. And most of the time is going out and I see a child somewhere and I gift them something. buy them a toy, because I remember being a little kid and wanting toys and wish I had shit. So a lot of times I go out and I say, hey, you mind, could I cash app you, get them a toy? And I just walk out. I don't want no I don't want nothing. I'm not taking no pictures of nothing. People ask me for stuff, yo, here. You know what I'm saying? Because I know what it's like to be hungry. I know what it's like not to have. And you know who know all your troubles? You know who know every problem you have besides your God? Your pillow. Your pillow knows all.
Tiptoe. Info.